how how much your guards have been talking, or if you've ever heard anything other than the weather.
They did more whipping us than talking to us.
Oh. Okay then. Well, do you remember that mine that the water exploded in, and you guys said that life started springing everywhere, growing and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I think this might be related. See, I went into the Royal Library, and I've been studying like crazy. That's what all these books are. And I found several things that match the ancient markings that I found in that same tunnel that they sent you down, and everything went and went everywhere. Are you with me?
Sure.
Don't sound so thrilled. This is amazing. There's all these myths and stories and legends about this mighty life that could save the world, and that had saved the world from this big evil witch. And I always thought it was a myth or a legend. It was never something that I experienced as a child. You know, I wasn't alive for that crap. So I've been reading up there. Come to find
Myths and
out, I think
legends the
it's
same
true.
thing?
Well, it depends on who you are, what area you're in.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to looking down the hall.
But there's this. It started off as this lore, this legend, whatever myth, whatever you want to call it, about this mighty life that could rescue the world from this almighty evil thing. And I started looking at these ancient scribblings and stuff that were down the tunnel that they sent you guys down, where everything bursted forth. Come to find out, this might actually be real. This wasn't just some funky dream. You know what I mean? Are you with me?
So you're saying the Queen's a
Yes,
big
magic
bad
water will
witch.
save the world.
Okay, I need to have you guys start raising your hands or something. You guys talk, and you guys always talk at the same time. I'm getting that. So can we try this one more time and not at the same time?
So we have magic water that'll save the world. How do we use it to kill them?
Well, that's just it. I don't think it's magic water that'll save the world. It's talking about this, it refers to him as life or the healer, depending on which book you're reading and which legend it gets really kind of hazy at that point, what it's actually called. Here, give me that. And I reach over and grab the book that, Harley's character had picked up. I'm assuming she just set it on the floor. Do you have it with you?
I had it with me.
How far away from me are you?
Wow. I don't remember how big the thing was.
Alright, well, I'm gonna motion for you to, hand me back the book.
I walk back over, hand it to her, and walk back over, keeping guard.
So if you look in this book, and I'm flipping through pages to find the right page, it starts talking about she who slumbers, and how life saved the world from this slumberer, if that's the right term for it, but it doesn't give an actual name or how to really find them. There's not even really a whole lot of history on this, just that they can save people, that they've saved the world from this great catastrophe that's happened.
So we should do what?
Well, right now the Queen has lost her ever-loving mind. It is killing everybody. So I have a feeling, if I'm not a genius here, but I'm thinking there's a relation of some sort involved between her and this great evil that it's describing. I can't prove it yet. But she's nuts, and she's not the Queen that I started working for.
She's been a bitch since the beginning, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, if we just punched her ghosty shadow form ticket down here, and she's killing all our guards up there. What's to stop us from wandering up there in a few hours after she's finished all that and walking past all of her murdered guards and putting a knife in her throat?
If she who slumbers, she'll kill you before you even get in the room. We're talking like a great evil, the greatest evil that ever existed.
If she's
So
that
you're
great evil, we just kicked her ass right here.
That wasn't her.
There's no way she was here and you killed her when I saw her up there with her own hand slaughtering her royal guard. And it's not like she's just slaughtering every guard. It's specifically those guards that were sent, like, handpicked by the king to watch over her. This is not good.
So you're saying it's not good.
We can't
Pretty
attack
much.
her. We can't, like, go, I don't know, anywhere apparently. We need, what do we do? You need more information. Where do you suggest we
We need to
go?
find this life. Well, let me see. Where did I read that? It was... Oh, where was it? I'm knocking over my books now looking for the book that I'm looking for. This one right here. And I'm picking up the book again, thumbing through it. Right here, it talks about how it's... What, like... Oh, how could I put this in the right language? Alright, I closed I slammed the book shut. We need to figure out how to find this life. Thing is, I don't even know where to begin. It talks about it living in water, but then not living in water, and... Oh, if we'd just been able to see it at some point.
Maybe it's on an island in the middle of water.
Like the island we're on?
Yeah.
My character looks around. I don't see it anywhere. Just saying.
Maybe we're not looking in the right way. Or, you know, it could be a different island. But that would be in water, but not in water.
The water here isn't making stuff sprout up all over the place either. We know that in that other cavern, whatever we punched through into, the water there was causing stuff to grow everywhere. If there's some magic life source somewhere, that's got to be where it's coming from.
So,
This was noted in the last session that there was lifey stuff under the water, like on your way to the island.
Well,
What?
there's something to do with all this water, whether it's connected or what.
Oh, yeah.
So this water here is connected to that, then all this is somehow connected. We just have to find whatever the source is, whatever's giving the water this power.
According to books and everything, it's called life. Or, like I said, the healer. There's no real, like, name or how to find them or anything like that.
And sitting here whining about what isn't in the books isn't going to solve anything.
No, but I think that there's something here that might. If I got here, something sent me here. Something brought me here. I didn't just say, hey, I want to go there. I hate this place.
maybe you subconsciously was like, oh my god, the queen's a scary, awful, horrible person. I want to be with my friends, and poof.
Are you kidding me?
Or more
The queen
realistically,
hired
if
me.
this healer thing is real, it brought you here to this specific spot for a reason. So then we're back to maybe this is the spot that they were talking about, or at least the entrance to the spot.
I don't see any of the markings that I saw before.
Was this
that
was this island in the back of the cave, or does it keep going past the little island? Or could we not tell? Were
on
we
my
never?
drawing. Okay, it looks like there were. You're in this massive cavern. You're on this little tiny island that has like an altar in this cool like, what is that show called? Stargate kind of portal-looking thing. surrounded in this middle of this lake, and that's in the midst of this giant cavern that has a hallway or whatever to the northeast, which is where you came in, and then there is a hallway to the northwest.
Alright. So at this point, my character goes, how about we search the rest of this little area where we're at? Like, we've just been in this one part. Something to do. Like, that's something.
At this point, my
What about
character's
the
like inspecting the
portal
water.
thingy though that isn't active right now? I'm gonna wander over to poke around at that and see if I can figure anything out about it. Like, are there markings or anything like that on it?
There are wards, or like not necessarily words, like hieroglyphic kind of markings. The island is, it's basically a solid piece of rock, not rubble or anything. Like something has eroded around it, and this is just the tall part of. It is a worn down, massive stalagmite. Is that the one that pops up from the ground?
Yep, stalagmite from the ground.
Okay, then it's basically a worn and plateaued stalagmite. Then whatever was causing it to erode from above is no longer doing so. And whoever, found this, built magic-y,
No, that's old.
bad or good stuff, however you want to look at it, on this little place.
I'm gonna splash some of the water from the little fountain or whatever onto the portal. See if that does anything.
Okay. When you do that, nothing immediately happens.
Well, if I can't figure out what any of those hieroglyphs are, and the water's not doing anything, I don't see anything else I can do. I'm assuming the hieroglyphs aren't in either common or primordial.
You are not aware of the language.
I'll go look over at the hieroglyphs too.
Okay. Are you just going to examine them, or what are you going to do?
Sure, I'll examine them. Are there any skills that I could roll that would give me any insight into them, I guess? Like Arcana, religion, whatever.
Yeah, you could try either of those. One would just assume, magic. The other would just assume a religious purpose.
I'll walk over and stare at him too. Just looking.
You don't find it to be of any religious affiliation that you're aware of. The Arcana, based off of, let's say, some of your old previous research, when you've come across from one of your previous travels, you know that it is an ancient and mostly
use the word
forgotten
hubbub.
script.
Are the hieroglyphics is it just one solid slab, or is it little blocks that they're on? If that makes sense.
Say that again?
Is it just a flat circular slab that they're on, or is it segmented with a hieroglyph on each segment?
Okay, so imagine it kind of like a blocked archway. How do I say this? The archway is not a single piece of stone, I guess, and each block face has different portions of some sort of script that it could say.
Okay. I look at the smart people and go, so, what do you think?
So do I recognize anything about the script, like where I might have seen it before, or anything like that, or do I just like vaguely remember having seen it somewhere before?
We'll go with the latter, since outside of Endus, no one, well, yeah, outside of Endus, no one gave me a complete, like, detailed background.
Okay. Well, I'd just say to everyone else who gathered that I recognize them, but I don't remember where I saw them before or anything like that. Maybe some research would help.
Yeah, funny enough, there are
Or
a
did I
mound
never
of
make that
books over
public?
by the teleport lady.
Drunk in public.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I guess I'll go over to the books and start looking through them and see if I can find anything that rings a bell.
Okay.
I hear him rummaging through my books. What are you doing? Why are you touching those? Do you know
Looking for
how
some
old some of
connection
those
to the
are?
hieroglyphs on the portals. Or portal, rather.
Hieroglyphs. What hieroglyphs?
There's markings all over this
Just
thing.
like over to where everyone else is gathered.
I
While they're
run
having
over. I'm like, I've seen those. I know those.
Wait. While they're having that conversation, when he heads over that way, I'm just gonna start, like, touching the hieroglyphs and pushing on them, just for the heck of it. I don't know everything, but just wanted to make sure you knew that. So then I think you come running over, Cease.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
It's okay. I've seen those. I know those. Those are in. Oh, that book. Dang it! Why can I not remember this stuff? You think I
Maybe
remember all this?
somebody
I've been
made
studying
you
this like
forget.
crazy. Don't say that. I don't like that. That is not. I don't know. That's not allowed.
Are the hieroglyphs like set up as if there were some kind of a script, or are they sort of like marked out separately?
Like I said to Arlie, they were marked on blocks, and the script is separated based on those blocks. Like a block represents a set of script.
I want to dip my hands in the water again, and I'm just going to touch random script sections, just because.
Okay, let's go ahead and say that there are 7 sections to this block. Let's say that number 4 is directly on top, and 1 would be on to where you're facing it, the left, and then the 7 is on the far right.
Is there anything separating out any of them from each other? Like, can I tell if somebody like tried to touch any of them before or anything? You can make a search check if you want.
What do you mean?
I'm saying, like, if they were trying to activate this thing somehow themselves, they may have like smeared something on it. I'm just looking to see if there's anything different about some of the symbols in the I'm
hoping you guys would remember this, since in game time this actually wasn't too long ago. The drow or whatever were actually channeling at the altar to this body or something. They actually weren't directly interacting with the gate.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought they might have interacted with it beforehand. Okay, I'm gonna randomly touch number 2, 4, and 7.
Okay, 4 is above your reach.
I'm gonna jump up and try and hit it.
Which are you going in that order? 2, 4, 7? Or I mean, are you just gonna hit it? I mean, are you gonna do anything special with it?
I'm actually gonna go with number 4 first because I gotta jump up to hit that, and then I'll hit number 2 and then number 7.
Okay. When you hit number 4, a noise echoes throughout the chamber.
I was gonna say, is it a dog barking?
Was that noise a bark?
That was actually very coincidental. That was my dog barking in the background. So yeah, not intended.
It was just. So,
I think it
like,
would be
you know.
great if the noise the thing makes is a bark. I think we should have that be it.
Funny. And she's just like, whatever. You
Right,
said.
so, Ennis, you hit the first one, it makes a sound. Do you go ahead and hit the other ones?
God.
I'm gonna
Sometimes
stop
I
after it
forget
makes
how
the
big
sound.
you
Does
are.
anything happen after it makes a sound, or does it just settle?
It currently,
You
yeah,
smell
it just
like
makes a
dog.
sound.
Then I'm gonna reach over and tap number 2.
Nothing happens.
I'm gonna jump up and hit number 4 again then.
Okay, you hear this sound again.
Hey guys, I think I figured something out.
It's a sound maker?
No, there's 7 symbols. If I hit that one over there, nothing happens. If I hit the one right up above me, though, there's that sound that comes out. So I'm thinking maybe there's some kind of a code here where you gotta hit a certain set of symbols in a row and get the right ones, and the sounds might be telling us which they are.
Ooh, or maybe you have to activate them all at the same time.
Well, I think you guys might be onto something. Like this one. I'm pointing to different markings. This marking is showing like something about an order, but that can be kind of misconstrued because this one's talking about a non-sequent, or maybe that is sequent. Oh, stink! Hold on, I'm rummaging through the pages again.
While she's talking, I'm gonna run over and poke number 6.
Nothing happens.
Okay, so it seems to only happen when hitting number 4, which means the sound probably is telling you that it's the right one to hit, not the wrong one to hit.
How many do we have?
7?
There are 7.
Those in character. Sorry, I should have been. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna brute force this thing. I'm gonna jump up and hit number 4 again, and then I'm gonna hit number 5.
you hear a noise again, and then no noise.
4 and 3.
Noise and no noise.
4 and 1.
Noise and slightly louder noise.
I sit on the ground and watch him do this.
I'm gonna cheer. I'm gonna do, now that I've hit 1, I'm gonna hit 7.
Slightly louder noise.
4, 1, 7. 3.
No noise.
4, 1, 7, 2.
Even louder noise.
Totally. I'm saying the numbers as I go through it in my head. 4, 1, 7, 2, 5.
I think it'd be better if your character was saying it as you were doing it.
Oh, he's totally saying the numbers as he's going through all of this. He's running around,
Okay.
but he's completely ecstatic.
After 5, there's no noise.
41723.
No noise.
41726.
There's louder noise.
41726.
41726.
Loud noise, then no noise.
417263.
Louder. Some of the caverns are
And
starting
5.
to shake. Okay.
Just stop hitting stuff.
And just before I hit it, I say,
It's
"Here we
getting
go!"
Okay. Alright, time to cross the streams. As soon as you hit the 5th part of the gate, all of the symbols turn blue,
Oh my.
Blue's good.
and there is a ring throughout the cavern.
Grats, you made it rain.
A ring? Not rain.
Aw,
As in ring.
As in someone hit a gong?
Okay,
Sure.
either I did something really good or really, really bad.
I think you're onto something. This is phenomenal. If this is this the right symbol? Does this really match? And I'm actually pointing to a symbol on the rock and a symbol in my book to see if they really match. Looking for someone to confirm that I'm not psychotic.
I'll come over and take a look at it. Do they match?
It looks like it.
Yeah, I think that is it. What does it mean?
This is awesome. It means, well, alright, so the whole, like, hitting them in a, like, you were hitting them in a certain order, but I think it actually means, I gotta try this. Hold on. I like, toss the book down, and I run over and I grab my flask, and if anybody's got a flask, grab it, because I think, oh, this is gonna be so cool. I go over and I pour water on number 4.
Okay, it glows a bit brighter, and then the inner part of the gate seems like it's dripping water, and yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is real! Oh my gosh, this is real! This is real! This is real!
what's real?
Everything, the entire legend is real! Pour water on them!
I'll grab some of the water in my hands and toss it onto whatever the next one was, number 1.
I do it too.
Okay. So as you throw some of the water on more and more of the symbols on the gate, the rain, so to speak, within the gate gets to be heavier and heavier until it's almost like its own waterfall, falling from directly within the stone, I guess.
What was that noise?
My dogs are chasing each other around the couches.
It just sounded like an avalanche hit your house.
No, our living room is pretty big, and our couches face each other. Like, there's one behind me, and there's another one across, and they just run circles around it.
Nice. Alright, so it's raining in the ring, is that what you said?
Yeah, there's basically, from what you guys perceive, a waterfall coming from directly underneath of this gate.
I'm gonna look around at everybody, shrug, and then run through the waterfall.
You disappear.
My character groans and goes, God, always him. And I go after him.
You also disappear.
Great, now I gotta pick up all my books. Go over and start putting all my books back in my bag. Are you guys coming?
I guess we have no choice.
I think this might be safer.
I'll follow along through.
I'll go next.
I'll go next.
Alright, as you guys, you pass through this waterfall thing and you all disappear from the cave.
Do we reappear anywhere?
Nope.
Game over, you lose.
That's the end of the game, hooray!
He killed us all.
What do you say?
TPK.
Endus killed us all, for one.
Damn it, Endus.
For once.
Yeah, every time you've done something crazy before, it's been okay.
Okay, basically, you guys, now that you are all in the same area, it is, almost blinding to you. You, since you were in a deep, dark cave with only maybe a little torch or something, it's very, very bright. You can, sorry,
Dogfight.
Okay, and now that your eyes are adjusting, you see a city, and everything is, bright blue.
Did you say bright blue?
Yes.
Woo, woo.
I want to hug your dog. Just off topic.
Me too.
This is Maya. She's old.
And
So what,
fluffy.
old dogs can't be hugged?
Oh, I know. She's a cuddle.
So, other than blue, what do we see?
A city. You don't necessarily see any people active in your current area.
Are we on like a hill or a flatland, or are we standing in water?
No water. Now that you examine it a bit more, you can tell that this bright blue is actually the water. The water itself is giving off light. You guys are in, we'll call it, you're underneath of, funny enough, a gateway, and there is a pathway, I guess, before you, and you can see a city, but no people.
There's no
So we have, like,
people
what looks
anywhere?
like a courtyard?
Yeah, we'll call it a courtyard. You can't see people.
Can we hear the sounds of anything that might be people?
From where you're at right now, no. Mostly you just hear water.
Are we in the Fae?
Waterfall light. It's pretty loud.
Any vegetation around?
Oh yeah, it's unlike anything you guys are used to, but you know, you guys are used to sandstorms and dead stuff. Though you have seen similar things when you collapsed a cave.
So I guess we figured it out. This seems to be the source of everything.
The source of everything?
The vegetation and all that stuff.
Ah. Well, should we go search for people or something?
You could always break down the gate behind us.
Why?
No, don't do that. This is amazing.
We can live like kings here. We don't need the rest of everybody.
No.
This is amazing. This is like I take like several steps forward and I'm just like spinning around looking at everything and just repeating over and over. This is amazing.
I look at her and go, pick a direction to go.
Well, there's a path.
No.
I'm gonna start walking down the path.
Hey, I can impersonate the cleaning lady pretty well.
Okay,
Wow.
The fuck?
Need 1 lemon pledge.
Oh, that was a dog's squeaky toy.
okay, as you're walking down the path, in this lush courtyard, your steps, you kind of slush through stuff. I mean, kind of like, I don't want to say a swamp or anything. It's clearly a lot less shitty than a swamp. It's nice, but you're trudging along and yeah. Not necessarily a shallow pool, as if like you just don't have proper drainage in your yard or something.
So it would be considered swamp, like swamp land, but not necessarily a swamp.
I was using
marsh,
swamp
like
as an
marshland.
example. Yeah, I was just trying to get that as a parallel for the stomping in water.
And I think we have our gear on because that's what we were
Yeah, you
fighting
do.
in. So, not
Yeah, but
slave
it's
rags.
still slave gear.
Yeah, but it's not the same as rags.
He just liked his burlap so much he put it on top of his armor.
I like to smell like potatoes.
Okay, and as you kind of trudge through, and I'm just gonna go ahead and assume people either stayed there or are following you, and you can relay this information later or something.
Bringing up the
You're
rear.
kind of going. Okay. You're going slightly uphill. You can't. The city is actually really huge. You can't see the end of it, and you're kind of coming up to the main gate of the city, and it looks slightly familiar.
Is the city outside, or are we in a giant cavern? I know you said the light was coming from the water, but...
Yes.
I hate you, Uvu.
That's what a log is. Yeah.
That is my answer to that.
There it goes.
Yeah, it depends
yes,
on the
answers to either
quality
or
of my
questions.
bandwidth. For some reason, mine keeps dropping. Yeah. Pisses me off.
You can't really tell.
80 down
it
should
would
be a little
be
better
The
than
cavern's
this.
big enough, we might as well be outside.
I mean, if you look straight above you, you see blue, but it is brighter blue than the sky you're normally used to, and you see no sun that you are normally used to.
Are we at the gate yet?
Yes, you are at the gate.
And it's closed, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Is there a bell or anything, or is there anybody around the gate? We're looking over the gate at us.
Yeah, you see a couple of guys up on either side of the gate in the kind of like guard tower thing.
I go, hey!
But they're
wave
not
at
paying
them.
attention to you. They glance down and they're really puzzled and say, where did you come from? Who are you?
We walk through water. I don't know where we are.
We're surrounded by water. It's not hard to walk through water. Where did you come from? Who are you?
Hey, tell them the name of the place that we came from. I don't remember what it is. I'm sorry.
Damn you people not taking notes.
I'm sorry.
What race are these guys?
You can tell them that just the two that are there, you can tell that they're human.
What do you say?
I couldn't understand that.
The two that are there that you can see, you can tell are human.
Ah. Well, probably not in the Feywild then. Damn.
Also, damn you, Arlie, at not reading the thing in the D&D folder that I put for people.
I read it. It was just a long time ago. I don't even remember what I ate for breakfast today. Come on.
Okay, when you tell them the name of the city that you were just, from,
Azuma.
they look puzzled and say, I'm not familiar with that place.
Well, where's
You
here?
sure it's just through the magic portal down the way there?
The portal, it works?
Yeah, we came through it. I mean, it was dead when we got there, but I poked at it and we figured it out.
Huh. Stay there. And the main guy that was talking to you, he kind of scurries off, and there's one other guy standing there looking puzzled.
I mutter about there's not much else places for us to go at the moment.
Yeah, he ran off, and then there's the one guy there looking puzzled at you.
Here's an idea. Open the gate and we can answer more questions.
This is the one guy who's still there. He says, no, this is all very new. We've never actually had visitors. So
Why do you have a gate?
he is going to go try to clarify what we're supposed to do.
You've never had visitors. Why is there a gate?
We've always had a gate.
But, like, if nobody's gonna come, if there's nobody to come, what purpose does a gate serve? Why not just a wall?
It's pretty.
We've always had a gate. When I was born, there was a gate. I don't know why.
I turned to my companions like, these people are not right, and I'm not right.
I think it's pretty obvious that we're the reason there's a gate here. I mean, look, we're here, there's a gate we can go through. QED.
But why would you build a gate if there's no way to come through, ever? Like, why would you even need a wall? I don't understand.
I didn't build it. It was here.
So why are you guarding it?
Yeah, what are you guarding from? That's a great question.
We're not actually guarding. No, see, he holds up his hands. He says, no weapons. We're just, looking out.
Just standing at the wall looking out?
He's on top of, like, the top of the gate, like a tower, like, guard post kind of thing.
Which means that the gate
I was
is
just
there.
saying, he's just...
The gate's there to be opened for us.
I'm gonna look around at the rest of our group here and just kind of quietly say, if he's not armed, and they're not guarding this gate, then if the Queen and her forces come through that portal, they're screwed.
Yeah. We should probably close the portal. Or try to.
What did I say about breaking the portal? We should have broken the portal.
No, not break it. Just make it stop so that we can make it start again when we want it to.
Why would we ever want to go back?
Because if we manage to fix it, that world might not be so bad.
Well, if I'm remembering right, sorry, this place is amazing. So if I'm getting this right, the portal closed the minute, like, the last person that was supposed to go through it went through it. If everything I've been reading is correct, and so far it has been, give or take a few words that probably weren't necessary in them, then it only lets people through that are allowed to go through. So I don't think we can close it.
But we opened it.
I think we opened it because it let us open it.
So maybe it'll let us close it?
I think it'll close itself.
Every story about somebody who is the chosen one never ends well for the chosen one.
It's probably you. I point at
There
this.
is no spoon.
Yeah, just let me know that I'm the freaking chosen one.
You're always the one who does things every time. You put your hand in the water, you ran through the portal, you do everything. It's you. It's gotta be you.
You want to know why you're the one in this? Because you just keep, thought into the wind. You just do. You don't think, you do.
Caution is for other people.
If I'm reading this right, we're in the Forgotten City. I think that's what they're calling it. And the point that we're at, according to just some of the this is amazing. Holy cow! Wow. We're at what's referred to as the Gate of Entry. I don't know if it's really what it's called, but that's what people call it in the books.
I yell up at the guy. Where are we?
Aren't
Where
all
is
gates
here?
gates of entry?
It's not just a gate of entry, it's the gate of entry. It's like the gate. Wow.
Gate to what? Who cares if it's the gate? What the
city?
gate goes to is important.
I would imagine it's important. It's the Forgotten City. This is an amazing place.
Maybe it was forgotten for a good reason.
They say
Or
life
maybe you
dwells in the
guys are
Forgotten City.
forgetting something from the past sessions and aren't putting it together. Or even some of my hints already.
It says that life can dwell in the Forgotten City. Are you guys crazy? What is wrong with you? This is amazing. This is a breakthrough. Like, I don't know a single researcher that isn't dying to find this place, and here we are, and it's his fault, and it's a good thing.
Well, I think you just
Okay.
gave me an idea. You said this was a breakthrough, so let's just break through the gate.
Well, wait, wasn't the guy coming? Like, he could come back. They could let us in. Like, we don't have
It's
to
a
make
big
the people
city.
mad.
I mean, this guy up here doesn't have any weapons, but that doesn't mean none of them have weapons, and I don't really want to anger off an entire freaking city.
I look at Endis' character incredulously and goes, yeah, listen to him. I'm very confused.
Crazy Man doesn't want to anger everybody. Maybe we should listen to Crazy Man.
I think if the portal let us through, they're gonna let us in the gate. We just have to be patient. Can you guys be patient?
Or the guy could come back with people who are armed and they could kill us. That's a possibility.
I don't think they're gonna kill us if they let us through the portal that they didn't even realize worked.
They didn't know we were coming. They didn't let us in.
I think there's something bigger going on here than we are able to control, and we should just wait. I plop down cross-legged and just start reading a book.
Waiting sucks.
They sit down in front of her and just like poke at the back of the book as she's reading.
Are you wanting me to read to you?
Sure.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Do you speak ancient languages?
No, you'll have to translate it.
This may be a while.
We don't know how long we're going to be waiting on Schmody Schmood Snody dude to go get his person and get back here.
This might put you to sleep.
Alright.
I start reading ancient languages and translating it to her.
Can you do that thing like with Google Translate where you translate into one language and then back again and it sounds funny?
No. Although I am kind of making
Okay.
up words as I'm going along.
It's been a little bit, but then the gate opens and out comes the one guy, and followed closely behind with a I guess an older guy who is, well, we'll call him human as well, with a great big bushy beard, and he is following behind out of the gate towards you.
Stand up and face them.
I gently close my book and put it in my pack and slowly stand up.
Okay, the older guy kind of gives you all the once over, you know, the up and down elevator syndrome, and says, "Welcome back."
Wait, back?
What do you mean back? We've never been here before.
You don't remember?
That was here? That was real?
What was real?
Is this that stupid place that we saw in our dreams that one night?
Yes.
I thought
It might be.
Thought that was just a dream, though.
yeah, but he said dream.
Might have been a vision.
Visions are for other people.
But you're the chosen one, remember?
Don't remind me.
Come on, Bill Murray, on it.
So, are you gonna let us in then, or are we just gonna stand here outside the gate and chit chat and have tea?
Oh, yes, of course. It's just, you're the first people to come through in the better part of a millennia.
So I've read.
So, you know, sorry for the hesitation. This is just new to us.
So, what kind of food you guys
Not
got here?
exactly old hat for us.
So he and the other guard kind of turn, and he, waves his hand for you guys to follow inside of the gate.
You're just gonna ignore my question about food? Oh.
He's gonna ignore it.
I turn around to the other guys and I'm like, they don't have food here! What kind of place doesn't have food?
So is it true that life lives here?
I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Well, it's rumored in the books that there's a life that lives here, resides here, and it can, like, save the world and stuff.
Well, as you all should be aware, creation did save the city and bring us here several millennia ago. But he is not exactly a physical entity, so to speak, who resides in one of our housing units. But I suppose given our lush vegetation and, the fact that we are surviving, dwelling deep within the life spring, yeah, I have dogs. The fact that we're residing deep within the life spring should be, I guess, some sort of indicator that he is always present.
It sounds like you have birds in the background fighting.
They enjoy squeaky toys.
I'm good. Where are we headed exactly? Like, where are we going? Because there's a lot of stuff. I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions.
And those will be answered in time. For now, we're just going to find you all accommodations to stay.
I don't need accommodations. I need a library with a lot of books.
We do have archives here, yes.
Yeah, I could definitely, yeah.
Just get your answers from his brain like you did to us.
I'm trying to be nice. Shut up. I elbow him really hard.
I duck.
A duck.
Shut up,
Does that simply walk into Mordor?
The older gentleman, he leans his head over to the guard who initially greeted you, and he whispers at him, and the guard kind of gestures to you, come with me, and he's going to lead you to the archives.
Oh, I'm happily following him, but I'm trying to remain very calm as I'm following him. But I almost want to skip.
Aww. I was in the middle of typing into chat that very calm she's skipping behind him.
What are you guys doing?
Okay, the rest of you, are you going to continue following the older guy, or are any of you going with Cease, or what are you guys doing?
Keep
I'll stick with the older
following
guy.
the older guy.
Yeah, screw books.
Okay, and you guys, I guess, continue going through the city. It's pretty enormous. Like I said, you can't really tell how far it goes. And he, after, I don't know, say 10, eventually takes you to, I guess we'll call it their inn. Currently, they don't actually use it for an inn, so to speak, but rather just in case they run out of space for people to stay.
Wait. Why would they run out of place for people to stay?
People have babies, you know.
They're not there.
I'm just saying, you know, they run out of place because people have had babies, and their babies have had babies, and babies are having babies. And all of a sudden,
So-
we've got a very mass population and not enough rooms.
But why would you build an inn and not just new houses? I'm confused.
It's an interim until they build a new house.
I'm with Harley.
Just as, you know, an aside, you do realize this is like several thousand-year-old city that most of the stuff probably existed before, you know, it sunk.
Oh.
Did he just say sunk?
Yes.
Visions of the past and stuff.
That's new pertinent information.
Did you just say sunk?
Yes.
Atlantis!
Okay then.
Note that the old guy did say that they were living in the Life Spring. Those are like the giant lake ocean things that the cities are built around.
Yeah, I think we're in the under like inside of a bubble, inside of a massive life spring or something.
Okay, and once you guys are at your accommodation place, he goes behind the desk and gives you all, you know, a key to a room, and say if there's anything you need for food, yes, we do have that. Just go down to the kitchens and ask, and they'll be happy to help you. And this is quite a bit for us to take in, so I think for the time being, we will just reconvene in the morning, and I will come and get you, and we will discuss all that has happened and what is happening from where you came from. And so I will leave you to get yourselves freshened up, fed, and well rested, and we will reconvene tomorrow.
I go to the kitchen.
Right behind you.
There is a short, plump lady there who says, "Oh, who are you?"
We're the new people.
I'm
New
Lily.
people. Okay. What can I do for you?
Food? We were told you have food.
I do. So what can I get for you?
Do
Three
you
of
have
everything.
any? Do you have any roasted pork shoulders?
We do have. Yes. Let's go ahead and say yes. We do have that.
But
So she just goes to work, you know, getting you guys food and stuff. She says, there's a table just, right off the side there, and I'll be done in a little bit.
Tell me you have
Okay.
wine.
Yes. If you just go, down the end of the kitchen and to the right outside of that door, we have a little cellar you can go look at.
I head straight to the wine cellar.
Okay, you go out of the kitchen just to the right. There's a little stairway leading down, and it's it's really a long, little dark alley kind of cellar. I'd say, the cellar run probably 50 yards.
Hmm? Like
And it
person in
is,
peril?
tall.
Peril. Puppy.
So you guys go and find stuff, or
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk down near the back and grab a bottle off the shelf down there.
Okay, it's a pretty old bottle. It's dust
That was
to the
the hope.
point of you can't actually read it without brushing it off, and even brushing it off, you find the dust has almost solidified on parts of the bottle, like rock.
That's fine. I'm taking that out with me.
Yeah, I'll try to find whatever the best condition bottle is.
Okay. Yeah, most of that, I guess, would be in the back. You guys grab. And do you head back to the group, or are you just gonna camp out in the cellar?
I'll head back up to the table that we had outside the kitchen.
Okay. By the time that you guys get up there, since it's freaking enormous wine cellar, and it probably took you guys a long time to find what it was you needed, there was food waiting for you, and Arlie's character and Sankus's character are sitting there. Arlie's, ignored all manners and just, food to face with hands.
I sit down and try to properly have a meal with utensils and not shoving things into my face.
Yeah, I'm trying to take my time and enjoy. Since it doesn't seem like this place, for whatever reason, has to deal with issues of starvation or whatever.
It
Oh, yeah,
could
it's
all be fake and disappear at any moment, guys.
It's a pretty good spread. And I'm assuming this is a pretty quiet meal since people are trying to eat their fill.
I imagine to be rather loud and them smacking their lips and chomping and slurping and such.
Without a lot of talking.
I'm just hoping that
Not a lot to
Endis...
talk about. We're apparently some kind of chosen ones, and we have to try and apparently find God and slap him into waking up and saving the world.
You're the chosen one.
I'm just hoping that Endis and I don't vomit 5 minutes into our bottles of wine.
Yeah, I'm sure you've met my character.
Your wine ignores all modern physics, and it is beyond, pure ether alcohol. But it still tastes wonderful. Okay.
Oh, damn it.
It takes you a good while to finish, because the lady just keeps bringing you more and more, and the the lady comes in and starts lighting torches, since it seems to be losing some light out in the main outer areas.
Oh.
And actually, hold on, I have to let my dogs out.
You're not paying attention to chat, I guess.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, the light outside that is coming from somewhere is starting to dim, and the lady is lighting torches around you. And candles and stuff.
Cool. Anything interesting going on with Cease?
Dusty old books, a lot of reading, some tea, some crackers.
Fun.
Don't spill the tea on the books. Alright, so you said there is pretty much like a feast down there, right?
It's a pretty good spread. She just keeps bringing stuff whenever you're getting lower.
Alright, well, when I eventually get full, I wander up to my room and pass out on the bed.
Okie doke.
Honey.
Does it become any easier to see what's going on with the sky when it
PlayStation
gets
4.
darker out here?
It's 4 PlayStation 1s.
Yes, it's
Photoshopped
actually what you said is a pretty, or I think it was you. I may be wrong. It was a pretty good guess that it's actually just a bubble. It is, you're literally surrounded by water, and you are walking on solid ground, but it was like in your vision of the past, where the city was literally sunk and was filled up by the life spring. So yeah, you're just literally a bubble, and whatever light you get is just reflected from above.
And Radix is gone. Holy seizure ad. I just look over and see your
And
computer
then
going.
Radix disappeared and everything fell apart. We
Yeah,
all
sorry, I
died.
had to let the dog back in.
While you were gone, we saved the world.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Come to find out, it really was Endos.
Alright, So, are we on the next morning yet? Or are things still happening tonight?
I don't know what any of the other people were doing.
Finish eating and then go to bed, I guess, when everybody else is.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess you guys wake up and,
Huh.
so you guys get up and then what do you do? Because the one guy is not there to meet you yet.
Go
Breakfast.
downstairs for breakfast. Yep.
Okay, the lady's already there and there's already a spread for you guys.
I thank her
So
and
much
sit
better than
down
slave
and
food.
start eating. But I try to be a little more restrained with it today.
I'm gonna thank the the cook who's preparing this for us as we come.
Oh, it's fine. I actually, as you might expect, don't get a lot of visitors. So, where did you folk come from?
With my mouth wrapped around a biscuit, I'm just gonna point up.
I know you came from upstairs, but where did you come from?
After swallowing, I would say no. Up atop, in the greater world,
Is there a
outside of
fireplace
this bubble
in the
here.
No.
Just
There's
one big
not.
table, center room?
Yeah. I mean, you guys are at basically a kitchen, like the chef's table, so to speak.
Then I'm gonna walk into the room holding a cup of tea and just be like, that doesn't exactly work for these people.
Nah, crap.
That's very interesting. Did you swim all the way here, or how does that work?
No, magic portal on the edge of town.
Oh, that
Apparently it was
old
broken
thing.
for 1,000 years, and we poked at it and got it to work on our end anyway.
Yeah, no one really knew what it was.
Yep, portal.
Slash me.
Oh. So does that mean we can get out? And go up there?
You probably don't want to.
Why is that? It'd be nice.
Mostly desert up there, lots of people enslaving others. That's where we were actually. We were slaves before we managed to escape and get down here. Evil queen going completely batshit, all kinds of nasty crap.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, okay, I just thought it'd be, neat to hear, see the sky of legend. None of us have actually, seen that, or the suns.
It might be what we're here to try and arrange, but it's going to be a bit of a project.
So you have a plan and to stop what's going on up there?
God, no, we don't have a plan.
Oh, I see. And she goes off and wanders back to, her duties.
It seems you guys have made yourselves at home.
Stop doing that.
Yep. Have some food. It's good.
I've had the chance to enjoy some rather rare delicacies here that aren't available back home.
Okay, At this point, the old guy walks into the kitchen and he says, as soon as you're finished, I'll be waiting for you at the front, and we will go back to my home.
Okay.
And he, wanders out of the kitchen back to the front or whatever.
So we should go with him?
That's up to you guys.
I was saying that to them. I'm like, we should go with him.
Yeah, let's go figure out what the hell's going on.
I go back and thank the lady in the kitchen for all that she's done for us and everything, and set my teacup down, grab my bag, and head out.
All right. He, as he sees you, he opens the door, and then lets you guys out first, and he comes out after you, leading you through town, explaining as you walk, 'cause it's a pretty good trek. He's on a higher of a hill, in the, we'll call it a nicer neighborhood, even though everything is basically, fine here. No real major crime that he leads you on to. And he's explaining all the buildings that you're passing as you go through. And finally you arrive at his estate, I guess.
Is it a big
And
or a little house?
It's I guess pretty big. It's it has its own little courtyard, and you can probably guess that it has half a dozen rooms or something. I don't know. Sleeping areas.
What?
Of course, yeah. It's a 6-bed, 7.5 bath with a fully finished and furnished basement. I don't know.
No, I'm just trying to figure out if we're walking across a courtyard to get to his front door, if it's like his front door's off the street, or trying to figure out that kind of style. Or is it like a little cottage that's on a lot or something?
Yeah, you go up a little driveway, I guess, and walk through his courtyard, sure, something like that. But yeah, he leads you into his own personal study, I guess, and there are a bunch of books on the walls and a little sitting area, some desks, I guess, yeah. There's no moat.
No moat.
There's water everywhere. There's no need for moats here. Plus a gate. There's no moats.
He's being a sarcastic pain in the butt right now.
Hey, this is D&D. This is serious shit. Get it together, man.
I feel like there should be no surprise here.
That's not gonna happen at night. He doesn't feel good. He's about as crazy as he gets right now.
Mm.
Enjoy it. Most people don't see this side of him.
Okay, so, yeah, he gestures you to sit in one of the chairs or something, and says, so, please, explain to me what's going on, and where you come from.
Oh Everybody except for the nice lady there are slaves, and we work for a crazy psycho queen who apparently killed everybody that
God.
was her people, and there's other crazy magical shit going on.
Blunt into the point, I see. Does anyone have any more detail that might help? You know, emphasis on details?
Which details are you looking for?
Basically
He wants
anything.
all of them.
Basically, I'm curious as to what brought you here and how you managed to get here.
Well,
Magic.
we were poking around in the tunnels underneath the mines. Came upon a bunch of dark elves who were trying to summon something with a human sacrifice. So we stopped that, and the same place where they were, there was this big ring sticking out of there, just like the ring you got here. And some life spring water. We started poking around with the ring. It created the portal. We stepped through, and then we're here. Apparently the world's going to shit, and we need some kind of magic life force, which we suspect might be here somewhere.
See. Well, he gestures to Cease's character. All of our available information, I guess, on the subject would be where you were looking. This isn't exactly, you know, it's not like the creator, the healer, it's not exactly like he's a person or entity that walks our streets.
I gathered that in your archives.
Is there a
So-
place where you can talk to him or something? Or it? Or thing? Or whatever?
No. Basically, we know he exists based off of the fact that we live here and survive as we do.
It gets very complicated. Just off the archives, it's I look at the gentleman in the room. Do we know his name? Does he have a name?
We'll call him Felix.
I look. Felix. Okay. I look over to Felix. If I said I think history's about to repeat itself, would that make sense to you?
No, it would not. There is a lot of history, and our history doesn't exactly coincide with yours.
Okay.
Well, someone said
Do
that
you
that
remember-
portal thing only lets people through that it wants to let through. Whatever made that decision may be connected to the creator, in which case we're supposed to be here for some reason. There must be something about this place that we're supposed to figure out.
I think I figured that out last night.
Go on.
Well,
Alright, I look over to Felix. I'm like, you've heard of Azuma, right?
Yes.
That's where we're from.
Okay.
Well, the tunnels underneath there, a life spring was found while people were digging. Amidst that,
A new one, as in, or is it just the one connected to the one we're in?
I'm not sure. I could guess and say it might be a new one, but then it could be connected to the one that you're in. I don't know because I don't have a map that lays out how they are or anything, so I can't pinpoint where it's actually from. But that led me into researching different hieroglyphics and such that were found that I believe date back to the date that your city was created.
Oh, okay.
If I'm able to put this all together correctly and actually understand what the heck I've been reading, which, believe me, I think I spent way too much time in your archives last night. There's Okay. There was a time, sunk your city. Or, I don't even know if sunk is the correct term. Relocated, maybe? To save your people. From something catastrophic.
Yes, we're aware of how we got here.
Well, I think that thing that was catastrophic is coming back.
I see. And what leads you to believe that?
There were signs that preceded the coming of this great evil. Some of them have started again. Most of them have started again. Earthquakes and floods. Floods. We live in a desert, but yet we've got these floods happening in our tunnels. We've got earthquakes happening for no reason whatsoever. There's no way, that doesn't explain anything. There's no way that these earthquakes should be happening. But then there's death. The queen is killing people, and she's hunting people out. Like she knows that there's something about them. Your archives mentioned something about souls being needed for her to return. Especially souls that have been blessed by the Creator.
I do recall that, reading through that as a child, but none of us have ever taken any of that seriously. I mean, you have to understand that once we were here, we figured we were saved, and that was the end of it.
Apparently not. We have this queen that used to be the sweetest person you've ever met on the face of the planet. She would bend over backwards to take care of orphans and children. She used to visit orphanages daily. She would take care of people. She would give freely. She used to, she hated living in this big estate because so many people didn't have, and she would go and she would give constantly everything that she could. And now she's killing people. Now, I'll be honest, I think she may have killed the queen. The queen may have killed the king. I can't prove it. I can't prove any of it, but she's lost her mind. And she's killing her royal guard that she's appointed to watch over her, who she trusted with her life. She's now killing them. And she started this arena that these people were actually slaves in, that were that were there to fight, to be killed. It all leads to the collection of souls, all these deaths. It doesn't make sense. And there's been rumors of things living outside the city. It's not supposed to be possible.
As far as our records say, that I'm aware of, at least, when she came the first time and we were saved, that pretty much eliminated all other life. I'm not sure how that is.
I don't know either. This is unexplainable. I don't know how any of this is possible. I don't even know how we're here. In Azimuth, this city is a myth. This is something you tell your children so that they can have hope when they grow up. This was never intended to be real, and yet here we are.
He kind of just puts his hands up to his mouth and looks off in deep thought. Then he says, "Well, what is it that you need from me? What can we do to help your plight?"
I don't know. I can't figure that part out. There's rumor. I say rumor. I don't even know if that's the right word for it. In your books, in multiple of your books. In fact, the first 3 volumes of your initial archive, I don't know, I think they're called volumes. They're the red-bound books that you have in your archives. It's the first 3 describe how the Creator went into. It says I want to say it's a restful state. I'm not very good with the translation between the languages, but I think it says like a restful state or maybe like a sleep. And the only way to bring him out of that is said that it's with those who already have his blessing are able to bring him out of this. But there's things that are needed and tests required that I don't understand them. I would definitely have to study it out more, and I don't know how long we have or how long that would take. Trying to figure out what is needed, what tests are required just to be found worthy of the blessing, and I don't even know what's required to call him forth. It's all at this point almost speculation, but it seems like it's what's needed. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't even think I've slept last night. This is so. Our world is gonna end. This is real.
So we should just stay here. Alright.
We may not be safe here. This city may not be safe without the Creator. It's entirely possible. If this great evil comes back, this city could be destroyed.
Given the legends of how events unfolded, well, that got us here in the first place, it's very possible that that is within her reach. If you need further help researching or help with translations, I'm sure there are people that would be willing to help. We just have to gather them. And what about the rest of you? What are your take on all of this?
Don't really understand a lot of this stuff, but I'll do whatever needs to be done as long as somebody tells me what needs to be done.
Let's see. Okay.
Whole thing seems like it's an elaborate system to prevent this happening by accident, so it looks like the chosen ones who have to awake the Creator have to come from outside of this place, because otherwise it could happen by accident sometime in between. So I'm guessing that the reason that we're here is because we're the ones who are supposed to wake this guy up, which means we need to figure out how to do that.
Oh, we should start rummaging around the city.
You are free to do so as you will, and use any resources you have available to anyone else. Everyone here is relatively friendly and not too busy to not stop and answer questions or help you along your way. So he stands up and says, if your research is as you claim, time is not on our, may not be on our side, so let's get cracking. And he kind of gestures at the door.
I slowly follow after him.
I go to?
I was thinking more like Kraken, like Unleash the Kraken.
Okay. At this point, I didn't exactly have a lot else planned, so let's go ahead and just call it for right now. And then we can, once I can get my shit together and plan more, we'll see what we can do with it next week. EXP tonight, we'll call it 800.
Oh crap.
800? Alright.
Oh crap. My sheet didn't have total written in.
I think that gets us to a new level. Unless I didn't update it last time we
were
gained a
at
level.
13,500.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't update last time. I still have the needed for the last level we got for some
we're
reason.
14,300.
Okay, yeah, that should not have leveled you, the 800.
Yep, nope. It was me being dumb.
Yeah, I think that's right, so.
Yay. Math.
Yeah, that's the total I have.
Alright then. I think I'm gonna call it for the stream.
Okay,
Join
any
us next
questions
week.
and stuff?
Bye.
Is there going to
Or
be a
any-
giant pit that I can throw Endison at some point to save us all since he's the chosen one?